So yes, very good afternoon, all of you. Am I audible to all?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yeah, myself Snehal Saune. I'm a student coordinator of Global Pharma Academy. So this free webinar on aggregate reporting is arranged by the Global Pharma Academy Pune. So welcome to our free webinar on the aggregate reporting. So this webinar we arranged to get the all relevant information about the aggregate reporting. So thank you for showing interest to participate in our webinar. So I request all kindly pay attention and listen all the class and share your query at end of the class. Okay. If you have any doubt or any query, you can ask at the end of the session. Okay. So without wasting any time, I just hand over this session to our guest. Yes, sir, are you there?
Yes, Neha. Good
Yeah.
afternoon.
Yeah. Good afternoon, sir.
So, hi all. Good afternoon. Uh, in this session, I will brief you about pharmacovigilance, overview of pharmacovigilance, and aggregate reporting, and importance of aggregate reporting, their benefits. So, all these details I will share with you in this webinar. With me, also my colleague is also over there. I have total 7 years of experience in the field of pharmacovigilance and aggregate reporting, and my colleague is having more than 10 to 11 years of experience in the field of pharmacovigilance and aggregate reporting as well. So I will share my screen. I will present the PPT with you. In between this session, if you find any, if you have any questions, if you have any doubts, just note it down. At the end of session, we will take it over there. So I'm just sharing my screen. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is a certificate course in pharmacovigilance aggregate reporting. What is a pharmacovigilance? So mainly in the drug development process, you all are from pharma, B Farm or M Farm, or having a medical background. So you might be aware that in drug development phase there are 4 phases. First is preclinical, and other phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. So pharmacovigilance is the department which mainly works in the phase 4, that is after the marketing of the drug. Uh, Before the marketing, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, there are other departments who work, that is clinical data management. So these departments work on the phase 3, phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 studies. But phase 4, this pharmacovigilance is working for phase 4. Means after we market any of the drug in the market, or we given that drug to the public. So at that time, this pharmacovigilance department came into the picture. Pharmacovigilance, I will I will use the short form over here. For pharmacovigilance, we generally called as PV. So PV is the science and activities relating to the detection, assessment, understanding, and prevention of adverse event or any other side effect of the product, or any medicinal product. So whatever side effect received, whatever side effect get from any of the medicinal products, on that this PV department is working. Their detection means how this adverse event, how this side effect is happen. Their assessment, their understanding means how we understand exactly the side effect happen by this drug, and their prevention means how we can prevent this adverse event or side effect of the drug. This whole process came under this PV. So in short, side effect of medicinal products and their minimization is belongs to this PV department. Then there need of pharmacovigilance, need of PV. Why there is a need of PV? You might be aware about the thalidomide attack, thalidomide tragedy. In 1950 to 1960, thalidomide is a drug, is a class of drug which is used in various pregnant women for nausea. 1950, 1960, in between these 10 years. So at the time of using this thalidomide in pregnant women, uh, means government authority identified it was used in almost 46 countries for nausea. After using this drug, government authority identified that whenever thalidomide was given to pregnant women, there are almost 10,000 cases of birth defects. Birth defects means deformities. Whatever child, whatever child over there who has birth deformities. Birth deformities like some childs do not have hands, some childs do not have legs, they are not able to hear. Means likewise, birth defects of occurs at that time. So at that time, government it was need at that time to monitor the drug properly. It should not be given to the contraindicated patients. Should not be given when there is a risk if you given them to any of the patients. Likewise, this thalidomide tragedy, sulfanilamide tragedy, there are other tragedies as well. Due to this, there is a need of PV. Means after drug is going into the market, the drug should be monitored. So that's why this evolution of this PV department. So first one is the safety monitoring of medicinal products. Whenever products goes into the market, their safety evaluation should be done properly. For that, this PV department needs. Then management of side effects of adverse effects of drugs. Side effects and adverse effects of the drug should be managed in the PV department. So whenever drug is in the development phase, that is in phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, very limited number of patients involved in these clinical trials, and at that time we might not get that side effect in that limited number of patients. But whenever drugs goes into the market, it given in lots of number of patients. So at that time it is very, means we get very number of data. We get side effects from various numbers of peoples who has a different medical history, who has means who are taking other drugs as well. So the data collation or the data we are getting in PV is a large. So from that large data, we can easily or we can miss accurately monitor the safety of the drug. So for that, PV department is important in this phase to reduce their risk and increase their benefits. This is the main motto or main, we can say, importance of PV departments. For any of the drug, their risk, their side effects should be less and their benefits should be higher. All this PV department is lies on this, we can say, this aim or this motto only: reduce risk and increase the benefits to comply with regulatory authority regulations. So PV depart right now, previously the regulatory authority was not at that much stringent, or they are not regulating the drug safety in the market. But after this thalidomide tragedy, sulfanilamide tragedy, and other tragedies as well, regulatory authority regulations are getting strict day by day. In India, in Europe as well, most stringent regulatory authority is Europe. So due to these regulations, the PV department PV department is directly impact on the marketing of that product. Suppose if we are not any of the company is not maintaining the PV department, or they are not complying with the regulations, so regulatory agency have that courage or have that authority that they can cancel their registration as well. So this is also important point in PV. And limitation of clinical trials. So as I told you previously, in clinical trial there are less number of patients in which we can monitor the side effects. But in PV, in phase 4 trial, in post marketing of the any of the medicinal products, we get lots of data, and from that we can easily identify the risk benefit balance of that product. Then flow of information. So in PV department, what happens? Flow, how actually PV department work? So first one is information collection. We get a data from various sources like spontaneous source. Spontaneous source means we get a data directly from patients. Suppose XYZ is a patient and he is taking ABC drug. So we get data directly from that patient is a spontaneous source. Then literature source. Literature source means gathering the data from various literature, abstract literature articles. So this is also one of the source. Then regulatory authority. So there are various types of sources from where we can get that data. After getting that data, we decide whether it is a side effect or adverse event or adverse drug effects. So we decide on the basis of that whether it is actually what happened after taking this drug, whether it's a known side effect or it's a new side effects. Depending on that, we decide further steps. Means any if it's a new side effects from that drug, suppose XYZ drug is given to 10 patients, and in that out of these 10 patients, 7 patients got a nausea from that medicine. And if it's a new, then we have to do any specific minimization activity, or we have to take any specific actions to minimize that nausea from this occurring from this drug. Then after this, after we identify whether the side effects is new or no, we then take a necessary action. And after taking that action, we check whether it's effective or not. I will go through in detail about these steps in the next slides. So PV department is associated, means it has a various under department as well, like the safety writing and aggregate reporting, signal detection and management, risk management plan, GXP audit. GXP audits come under the pharmacovigilance QA, which is a separate department. Then assigning of QPPV. Every regulatory authority has their own regulation. Suppose South Africa. In South Africa, they require their uh, in South Africa, they need their own QPPV, qualified person responsible for pharmacovigilance activity. And this QPPV is responsible to maintain the PV related activity in locally in South Africa. So likewise, every country has their own regulation, whether they need QPPV or not, and then comprehensive clinical PV. So these are some departments which comes under the PV. So main steps in the PV department. So PV department mainly work in these four sections, that is ICSR, aggregate reporting, signal detection, and risk management. In short, I will tell you, in ICSR, we get data from single patients. Like if paracetamol is marketed, we get the data from patients, literature sources. After receiving that cases, after receiving that adverse event from market, we database that cases. We have means various companies have very separate different databases. So in that database, we just one sec. Sorry. So we in ICSR is the first step from where the PV activity starts. So we get data from various sources: spontaneous, literature, regulatory authority, compassionate use. So these are some sources from that we get data, and we database that case in the database, and we submit that adverse event to various regulatory authority according to the requirement. Means different authorities have different requirement of submission of that adverse event. They means on their website we get that we get the guidelines of that agency, and in that guideline they specifically mention whether and which type of adverse event they need. So according to that categorization, we are submitting that cases, that adverse event, to the various regulatory authority. After that, the aggregate reporting came into the picture. So we are submitting the individual case safety reports to various regulatory authority. But after databasing that cases, what happened to that case? So after this analysis, we are doing in the aggregate reporting. So in aggregate reporting, what happened? Suppose paracetamol is the product. Paracetamol authorized in suppose in India in 2023. We are getting data adverse events, single adverse events from India, and India has their own guideline that after authorization of any of the medicinal products, we have to submit the aggregate report on a 6 monthly basis for 2 years. Suppose if first Jan 2023, we got a approval of paracetamol in India. After every 6 months, we will prepare this PSUR for India. And in that PSUR, we will mention how many cases we have received in that 6 months. Means whatever this ICSR we are databasing, we are doing a cumulative analysis of that side effects, cumulative analysis of that product in this aggregate reporting. Then signal detection. So signal detection, in the signal detection, whatever ICSR we are databasing, according to that ICSR, we are checking how many cases we are receiving for the paracetamol, and from that cases, from that side effects, if any potential side effect over there, which needs further monitoring. Suppose we have received 100 of cases, 100 of side effects for paracetamol in last 1 year. Out of that 100 adverse events, 40 adverse events belongs to rash. Suppose 40 pupils, 40 patients uh, occur this rash adverse events. So at that time, in signal detection, there is a need of further monitoring of this rash in paracetamol cases. Then in signal detection, we all mainly the signal, if signal is identified, potential signal, we generally monitor it for 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, and after continuous monitoring at the completion of 2 years, 3 years, we decide whether these signals will further be categorized as a risk or not. The decision characterization happened in this signal detection. And last one is risk management plan. So if there is a potential signal, this signal will be categorized. Then if it's if we identify that whatever side effects we are receiving, whatever the rash we are receiving from paracetamol is a identified risk, or there is a correlation between this product and the side effect, at that time we categorize this as a risk, and this risk will be managed, will be minimized in this risk management plan. So in risk management plan, there are various activities, various steps, or various minimization activities that we can use to minimize that risk. So risk management plan is a separate topic which needs more details intervention. So I will tell you in detail when at the time of learning of this course. So this is the steps only: ICSR, aggregate, signal detection, risk management plan. Whatever cases received in ICSR, that we are cumulatively monitoring in aggregate reporting. Whatever cases received in ICSR, whatever signals identified, that signals will be further categorized as a risk, and we do a minimization activity to minimize that risk. So this is the steps in PV. So the in pharmacovigilance department components. So my colleague over here, Digvijay, can you please took the slide?
Yes. Thanks. So, good afternoon, everyone. This is Digvijay, and I'm working in the aggregate reporting team. So, we are prepared these slides, and we have a chance to give the webinar on aggregate reporting. So, these are the pharmacovigilance department components, where in the MH we have this kind of setup to perform the pharmacovigilance regularly. So first of all, there is a PVOI. In India, there is called as a PVOI, pharmacovigilance in charge, who is the responsible for the all kind of pharmacovigilance activity in India. for the India reports and India ICSR. Then there is a safety system database support. There is as called as a Argus software, RSG software, there's Sapphire, all 3-4 types of softwares to be used. So depends upon the requirement, they are using that software. Then their case processing and case reviewer team, which is called as ICSR team. Then there is a medical writing team, which is called as a medical writing team, in which there is aggregate reports, labeling team, signal management team, RMP team. These are the parts of the medical writing team. Then the SOP, quality standards, and the timing and the training. So in this, the everything is managed by quality department is managed by QA, and the training department is managed by training and compliance team. So next one is a signal and risk analysis. The signal management team is also a part of the PV, is one of the most important part. And this is the end of this pharmacovigilance type. So the signal, valid signal, invalid signal, whatever the process that could be completed by signal and risk assessment analysis. And then global safety reporting team. In that global safety reporting team, whatever the ICSR, PSURs, they are the submission responsibility for that is taken care by the global reporting team. Yes, next slide, please. So this is the importance of aggregate reporting, where the collective safety information from the broad range of sources systematically and gives the conclusion to the regulatories worldwide. So these are the important steps where we do the aggregate reporting and how it is useful or beneficial for everyone for the safety benefit risk profile. To understand the benefit risk benefit profile of the product, safety and efficacy of the drugs on the market of and the protect the health of the patient, so we can promote the efficacy and safety of the drugs, so that everyone can get a good product, so it's having a less side effect. That is the one of the major importance of this. The information gathered during the aggregate reporting is used in the form of risk management decision, such as changes to the drugs labeling or prescribing information or the implementation of additional safety measures. So in this, whatever if we found that these are the such kind of adverse reaction or these are the risks which is harmful for that drug, so that we can give the information, these information or these suggestion are given to the labeling team. Labeling team is none other than the who prepare this SPC PI, the package insert. There these teams are taking care of this information. So there are sections, that is section 4.8 adverse drug reaction, there are such section for warning and precaution. So whatever the safety related sections, so we can add that due to this certain kind of drug we can be having the risk like diarrhea, nausea, what is the cardiovascular reaction, whatever it is happening, we can measure and we can add in that safety measures leaflet. So these are the important of aggregate reporting, so that whenever we take that product, there is one leaflet, so we can check that due to this consumption of these drugs, this might be happen. So these are the major importance work done by the aggregate reporting team. Yes, next slide. So aim. So what is the aim of aggregate reporting? So the first of all, present all relevant information from various sources. So we are getting the information from various sources, that is the sales exposure. The next one is related to the data to the patient exposure. So whatever the drug marketed by that company and what is the patient exposure for that drug is calculated in aggregate reporting, so that we can correlate that if the consumer, if 1,000 of customer consume that suspect drug paracetamol and they experienced around 20 adverse events, so we can correlate that. So we can calculate the patient exposure in the aggregate report section. Evaluate the drugs approval status in various countries. We have to evaluate the whatever the status of approval in various countries, that is worldwide marketing authorization status. Is that product is marketed in that, is the approval is during the reporting period, is there any safety related action taken for that our drug? So these kind of checking should be also done in aggregate report. So that is the first aim. After that, access if any actions are required to optimize the benefit risk profile of the drug. So we need to access if any action required, if the product we are getting a lot of adverse reaction and a lot of risk, so might be there are chances of denying the approval for that continuation or renewal of that suspect drug. So that is so we need to take action. So if we are supposed to get that the product is not whatever we thought at the time of launching, but it's not happening, so we have to take any further action for this benefit risk product of the drug. Yes, Pankaj, next. So first of all, this is the one of the major slide we have to take, that the purpose of this training. What is the purpose of this training course? That is, PV aggregate reporting role is a very niche skill. Means niche skill, we can consider this. This is the very vast and very important skill, but we are not getting resources as such for that person we having that aggregate reporting role. Okay, so in this course we are going to explain each and every module which is required for the aggregate reporting, guidelines which are used for the aggregate reporting. Then in that course is how to write the aggregate report, what are the contents of aggregate report, and how we can review that aggregate report, what are the kind of submission of aggregate report, importance of aggregate report. So everything should be considered in this training course. So the aggregate reporting role, we could not go and directly work on that aggregate reporting irrespective of this session. So this session or this kind of training course is important. That's why we called as the niche skill. Then there is a high demand and less resources in pharma industry. So already I explained that there is a high demand of this aggregate reporting, and the resources for this is very less, because everyone is known there is ICSR, and as a part of the ICSR you cannot go directly to the PSUR or aggregate reporting. So ICSR and PSUR both trainings, if you have completed, you might get a chance to directly work with aggregate reporting team. Next one is saturation in ICSR role. So I also worked in ICSR for 5 to 6 years. After that, I get saturated, or everyone get that I know the everything, every kind of cases, literature, spontaneous, clinical trial, all kind of cases I completed, I reviewed, I did the training, we can work as a trainer and everything. After that, there are nothing to be learned, that these are the new things. So day by day, we are getting saturated. So that's why after the getting such kind of 4 or 5 years of experience, there a saturation arises. So that's why the aggregate reporting is the one of the next step after the ICSR. So we can think about that. We can get a course like this, and we can improve our knowledge regarding the aggregate reporting, and you can apply in your current industry or outside the industry with the help of these courses. Then the automation in PV ICSR role. So next one is automation. Everyone knows the AI is came in each and every sector. So PV is not exception. So AI is already coming. Some companies are already using the artificial intelligence. So there are certain kind of roles are decreasing day by day. So we need to improve our current understanding and upcoming challenges, so that we can accommodate with whatever the situation we come in future. So we need to go with ICSR, first PSUR, risk management, everything should be a part of this training to advance your career growth in the pharmacovigilance domains. So the career growth wise, aggregate reporting is one of the best. You can advance your career, or you can increase your career by completing such kind of courses, so that whenever there is a fresher interview, if you are a fresher or if you are experienced, you have a certain kind of knowledge, certain kind of courses, certification. So whenever you join the organization, the people can know that you know something, rather than you are a blank. So it's important that the courses are you can undergo the training and you can face the interview, so that you can easily crack that interviews. To make your basis of aggregate reports very clear, so we can clear your all kind of aggregate report basics from start to end with all modules and all templates and everything. We help to crack your interview, whatever the interview, what kind of questions used for asked for the aggregate reporting interview and all, what kind of guidelines, what kind of structure of the aggregate reporting templates. So we are going to give the clear background for these interviews, to make a course available at a very affordable price. So Amit sir will explain the whatever the charges and everything will be for that upcoming courses. So purpose of this training is that we need to prepare each and every team member aggregate basically for the aggregate reporting. What if the persons are already having ICSR experience, we help to boost their career to go and improve their career in aggregate reporting. Yes, Pankaj. So Pankaj, you can take these slides. I can take next slides. So we can go ahead.
Yes. So scope of this aggregate reporting. The collective safety information from a broad range of sources systematically and gives the conclusion regulation worldwide. I think we already talk on this. The type of aggregate reports. So what are aggregate reports? Generally, aggregate reports pre-approval and post-approval based on this factor. These are divided into pre-approval and post-approval. In pre-approval, we are preparing a development safety update report. In short, we are calling it as a DSUR. So DSUR is mainly prepared for USA only, United States of America. FDA has their requirement whenever the molecule is in under development, the DSUR should be submitted. The annual safety report, investigational new drug annual reports. So these are also part of pre-approval process. Then post-approval process, when the product goes into the market, that is in phase 4 trial. So these are the some reports, that is periodic benefit risk evaluation reports. In short, we are calling it as a PEBRR. Then periodic safety update report, PSOR. Then PADRs, periodic adverse drug experience reports. So these PEBRRs and PSORs, these are widely accepted by various regulatory agencies like South Africa, Europe, Australia, Canada, India. So all these important markets accept these PEBRRs. Mongolia, then these small countries as well, these are accepting this PEBRRs or PSORs, because whatever risk benefit balance we are providing or we are assessing in these reports, PEBRRs or PSOR, is very vast. So that's why they are accepting these PEBRRs. Then PADR, periodic adverse drug experience reports. So PADR is mainly prepared only for USA only. Whenever we got an approval in the US, at the time of approval, since from that approval, we have to prepare these PADRs and we have to submit that PADRs to US FDA. Then addendum to clinical overview. So addendum to clinical overview, in short, we call is as a ACO or ADCO. So this ADCO we are preparing mainly for renewals in Europe. Suppose we got an approval or any XYZ drug 5 years ago, and their validity is 5 years only. So after that 5 years, if we have to renew that product, at that time we have to prepare this addendum to clinical overview. So in this addendum to clinical overview as well, we are analyzing various types of data, the sales data, ICSR data, literature data, and according to that data, we are concluding, or we get at the final conclusion that the risk and benefits of that product, means risk are less and benefits of that product is high. So according to that conclusion, the authority is giving a approval or renewal of the product. So these are some reports. This is a table of contents. So as I told you, this 20 sections PEBRR or PSOR is widely accepted by various regulatory authorities. So if you say these are 20 sections we are including in this PEBRR. So in detail about the 20 section, we will go in the course. So in the course, each section will be deeply studied at the time of this course. So these are some sections like introductions, worldwide marketing authorization status, 2 number. Worldwide marketing authorization status means in how many countries our product is marketed. We are giving that data. Then action taken in the reporting interval for safety reasons. We have to check whether any safety related tragedy or safety related changes has been implemented during that reporting period, that we are including this section 3. Then section 4, 5, 6. 4 is the changes to the RSI. changes to the leaflet. Fifth one is patient exposure. Patient exposure means sales data. In that reporting period, how many sales we did. According to that, we are calculating this patient exposure. Patient exposure calculation is depending on various types of formulas, depending on the type of drug. Like for cream, the cream is a single tube. So for that, there is a different formula. Then if there is a tablet, if there is a syrup, according to the formulation, there are different formulas to use this patient exposure. Then data in summary tabulation, 6 number. In summary tabulation, whatever ICSR we have received during the reporting period, that ICSR analysis, that ICSR presentation we are giving in the them. Then summary of significant findings from clinical trial, findings from non-interventional studies, findings from clinical trials and sources, non-clinical data, literature, other periodic reports, lack of efficacy, late-breaking information. So these are some sections. So in late-breaking information means there is a DLP or there is a cutoff date for every report. So after that cutoff date, if you received any of the information, that we are maintaining this late-breaking. Then section 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. These are very important sections in the papers. Overview of signals, signal and risk evaluation, benefit evaluation, integrated benefit risk analysis for authorized indication, and final conclusion. Depending on this 15, 16, 17 and 18 section only, we are providing a final conclusion for that molecule. And in the final conclusion, if we state that there is some side effect which needs further monitoring or which needs further intervention by agency, at that time agency will recommend us what to do further for that side effect. We have to further monitor it, we have to do any further analysis for that. Means agency is not specifically telling to specific one of the company, agency is telling that to monitor that side effect to each and every company who has marketed that product. So accordingly, decision will be taken, and any further action is needed for that adverse event or not, the agency will decide. So these are important contents of this paper. Then guidelines for aggregate reporting. So these are some guidelines which widely used at the time of preparation of this aggregate report. Module 5, GUP Module 5, Risk Management Plan. GUP Module 7, second one, Periodic Safety Update Report. This module is very important while preparation of this PSURs. Then Module 9, Signal Management. Signal Management is widely used at the time of signal detection. And then 21 CFR parts, that is 31.4.80 and 600.80. This is mainly for preparation of this PADR, which is prepared for USA only. Then skills required for effective medical writer. So who is working in aggregate reporting? That person should be called as a medical writer. So these are some skills which should be required if you want to become an effective medical writer. First one is a writing skill. In writing skill, we have to identify or we have that ability that whatever sentence formation or whatever you are analysis you are giving in that aggregate report, that should be easily understandable by the agency and which should not impact on the risk of that product. Means according to that we have to modify or we have to using this all this pronunciation and means punctuation, the sentence forming should be over there for an effective medical writer. Then say next one is a communication skill. Obviously, in each field, the communication should be good. Time management. Time management is for means suppose you are working in aggregate report at one point of time, you may get a various types of reports. So to manage the submission of that report, to manage the preparation of that report, the time should be managed properly. Means according to the data, according to the content of that PSUR or papers, we have to decide how much time should be given to specific report. Then computer knowledge. So computer knowledge, there are many associates who works. They might not get that much hands experience on computer. So This Word document, Excel document, and specific computer knowledge should be properly understandable by the effective medical writer. Then flexibility at work. Flexibility is for what we have to manage aggregate reports as per the submission timeline. So time management and flexibility at work, this should be correlatable. Means you should be properly able to prepare and submit that report within the submission timelines. Then medical and therapeutic knowledge. To identify or to conclude the risk benefit balance of that medicinal product, you should be properly knowledgeable in medical and therapeutic knowledge, which you should understand. Suppose any drug is contraindicated in elderly patient, XYZ drug is contraindicated in elderly patients, and we have received almost out of 100, 60 to 70 cases which are belongs to elderly patients. So at that time, you should be properly understandable that it is contraindicated in elderly patient. Despite of that, it was given in the elderly patients. So we have to check these 70 cases received for elderly patients, which has a significant medical history, any significant medical history. If they have received any other concomitant medication, which means they are taking this XYZ medication, with that, if they have received any other medication or not, and accordingly, you have to correlate that cases with their contraindication. So that knowledge should be over there. Then data interpretation. Data interpretation is for means while preparing these papers on the sales data, on literature data. From that literature data to identify specific safety issue, your data interpretation, your understanding skills should be properly and properly, we can say, knowledgeable. Then literature screening. So literature screening, we have to you have to able to understand these safety issues from the literature, because this safety issue we are presenting in the papers. So this literature screening skill should effective medical writer has. And then knowledge on guidelines and regulations. So every guideline specifically tells what they required. So that knowledge you should have as an effective medical writer. Then content of course. So these are some contents which will be we will give you in at the time of course, that is PV and its objective, general structure and working at PV. So whatever we told you today is just an overview. PV is a very vast department, and we cannot tell you whole PV in just 1 hour, 2 hours. It requires more time. So that we will tell you in the deeply in the course. Then importance of aggregate reports in risk benefit products, aggregate reports and its types, correlation between ICSR and aggregate reports, understanding on various guidelines and regulation, preparation and review of various reports, basic terminologies and submission of aggregate reports. So all these details we will tell you in the course. Then career opportunities in aggregate reporting. So after becoming an medical writer, you will be have to chance senior medical writer, freelancer, team lead, manager, senior manager. So these are some opportunities in aggregate reporting. Then these are some core companies offering aggregate reporting. Aggregate reporting is a requirement of a regulatory agency. So all the top leading pharma companies maintaining their separate department of aggregate reporting, and they are submitting these reports to comply with the regulations. So these are some important we can say companies. We will share these companies or this presentation with you. At that time you can search these companies. These are some third party companies, CROs and BPOs, Cognizant, EQA, TCS, Fortria, Parexel. These are some companies, third parties. Then discussion on pay scale in aggregate reporting as a medical writer. I saw many associates who are working in PV and aggregate reporting, in risk management plan, in signal detection. In PV department, in ICSR, there is a chances of automation. And in ICSR, you are doing the same work day to day over years. Means we are receiving a data and we are databasing that data in our database. So this is a normal process. Just we are doing a just data entry, and at the final we are doing some company assessment or company comment, and we are submitting that report to the agency. So in that, what happened at one specific level, we will get a stagnancy in your package. Means suppose we have 6 to 7 years of experience and your package is 6 to 7 lakhs. So after that, no other company will pay you more than 7 lakhs or 8 lakhs or 10 lakhs, because whatever you are doing in ICSR, the same thing the fresher can also do in ICSR. Same, the fresher will also data entry that case into the database. But in aggregate reporting, what is happening in aggregate reports? You are using your own medical knowledge. You are mainly working on the risk benefit profile of that product. So the paying you by the company, their chances is very much high. And I saw the people who have a knowledge in aggregate reporting, who are effective medical writer, their package is more than 15 lakhs, almost 20 lakhs as well. So the pay scale range in aggregate reporting is a much more higher than the ICSR. So this is all about aggregate reporting. Digvijay, do you want to add anything in this?
No, Pankaj, thanks. And this is a very nice presentation or webinar. Whatever the points we covered, that is the content and everything will be completely taken care by the our team, and you will get a proper knowledge and hands-on experience on aggregate reporting. If anybody have any questions regarding this, just ask. We have certain time so that we can answer your questions.
I yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, so my name is Ashutosh Gupta, and I want to ask you about like you told us about aggregate reporting and medical writer. So medical writer is under aggregate reporting, right? Or it is different?
So medical, there are two types of medical writer who is working in aggregate reporting. They are also called as a medical writer. And in clinical, uh, the associates who works on the preparation of investigation brochure, then clinical study reports, they are also called as a medical writer. So medical writer is under aggregate reporting only. It is a post, and means we are correlating, and we are doing our analysis on the various datas. So that's why it's called as a medical writer. We are writing a specific report. So it's under aggregate reporting only.
So, sir, you also told about the package like 6 to 7 lakhs in medical writing, right? But in aggregate reporting, you told that there must be a like from 10 to 15 lakhs per annum. So, what is the difference? Like you are telling us that it is a different post, and you are also telling us about that it is under aggregate reporting. So,
Yes.
how there is a difference between package?
Yes. Ashutosh, for your question, actually, the aggregate reporting in PV, the role is defined as the medical writer who writes the aggregate reports. So it's as a medical writer. In clinical, there is a separate department for clinical trial which writes the CSR, clinical trial related reports, IB brochures, everything. This department comes under clinical research. So clinical research and aggregate and PV are both are the different departments, and the name of this person or the candidate working is called as a aggregate reporting is called as a medical writer. So so respective to the PV, the aggregate reporting is the team where the medical writing works. So in pharma company or anywhere, there are two major departments: there's ICSR and PSUR team, which is called as aggregate reporting team. So the package difference between ICSR and PSUR is a very different. So the person who joins in ICSR might be get a 3 lakhs as a fresher, or person who joins with in the PSUR or aggregate writing team can take took more than 2 lakhs extra from that experience. So these are the major difference. So aggregate reporting team, the medical writer, if experienced person comes in aggregate reporting after 5-6 years, he will he have a certain background of aggregate ICSR, so he might be cope up with aggregate reporting within 1 year, and he can go with the certain package, and after the changing the organization or to improve their career, like that.
Okay, sir, now I understood.
Yes.
Second question I also want to ask you, is there any link between regulatory affairs and aggregate reporting,
Yes, yes.
or these are these are
Yes,
different or same?
yeah, certainly. Whatever the aggregate reports are completed, for example, if there are Europe reports, any kind of aggregate reports are submitted to the regulatory authority, uh, or regulatory authority of the different countries. So we have a RA department. So for ECTD, electronic common technical document formation, we prepare the document, we hand over the document to the regulatory authority team. They submit the report. Might be we are taking help with from the preparation of ECTD reports, and we submit from them. So some countries, there are some QPPVs are there who are is a part of the regulatory authority team also. So we are sending final report to them, and on the behalf of them, they are sending the reports. We taken the help from regulatory authority teams for we require the PI SPC, we require marketing approval details. So whatever the data required for the source data required for the aggregate reporting is mainly came from the regulatory authority team. At the time of the renewal of the any kind of product renewal approval, so at that time the request came from the regulatory authority team that they received they are going to renew that certain products after 5 years. So we are preparing the addendum to clinical overview to fulfill their requirement. So regulatory affairs team and ICSR team, PSUR team, everyone is interlinked with everyone, each other.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for clearing my doubts.
Yes.
Okay.
Any other question, further question?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Yes, sir. My name is Kuldeep. I am from Chandigarh.
Yeah.
I have 6 year experience in pharmaceutical industry in R&D sector. So I want to join medical writing. So it is possible I can join.
Yeah. Whatever means currently you are working in R&D center, right? So what is your designation right now there, and which company you are working is depends upon your company's portfolio also. Means in there is IGP, internal job postings are there for particular company. So you can directly apply if there is any IGP comes, you can directly apply to them, and you can got selected for that particular post. If not, then you can depend upon your experience.
The
You can.
voice is breaking.
Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Right now it is clear. Yes, sir. Right now it is clear.
Yeah. Thank you. So and next one is with the help of such kind of courses, you can apply that post, and depend upon your experience which you worked on R&D and such kind of courses which helps you to crack the interview. There is a not as such you no any problem that you can join, but the basic understanding and everything should be clear. But directly it is not possible to go directly in the aggregate reporting from that R&D experience, but you can go with first of all the ICSR PSUR ICSR experience, and then you can cope up with this PSUR.
Okay, sir. Thank you. But sir, I applied to several vacancies, but I did not received any reply from them.
Yes, because look, if you are 5 year experience in R&D, and the person having the same experience in ICSR, so the person who take the interviews can preferably go with that person, na? Because you are from R&D background, the person is from ICSR background, he knows what is currently doing. So might be you need to go first step of the ICSR, then you can go for the next step.
Yes, okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, I'm from PV7 batch from Amritsar, pharmacovigilance batch.
Okay.
So, in between, when I go through medical writing or such subtopics, I found some of the interest. So, if I want to become like a specialist in medical writing or aggregate reporting, because I got interest in writing the things or making reports. So will it work for me? Right now, I'm pharmacovigilance certified, today
It will work.
itself.
It's not that from first day you cannot go and that you are the specialist. Okay,
Okay.
experience is the one of the major thing. So you need to get the experience. You need to work on the reports. Everything should be good, because hands-on experience is very important. So by reading the guidelines, by taking the training, is a tool, or is the a backup that you can crack that interview, like, right? So upon experience you can become an expert in that field. So you need to apply that such kind of interview after completing of both courses. So interview can consider, because some companies are now accepting that the trainee peoples who have a who have completed the such kind of courses, so they can accommodate, because there are some post 1 or 2 trainees people, so they can give a small report for the initially. After that they are giving the major reports, that Europe reports and all these things. So it's not like none, but we have to apply and we have to try directly by taking the aggregate report. ICSR training, you cannot go for aggregate report. Both aggregate report and ICSR, which helps you to crack the interviews.
Starting from pharmacovigilance that I course completed today itself. So after taking experience in this field, so I can jump to aggregate reporting or
Yes,
medical
yes,
writing.
definitely. By look,
Okay.
yeah, in some companies, what happening? We are taking the interviews, and we came to know that there are opening for the 2 ICSR people and 1 medical writing people. But that time we have not found the person which having a medical writing knowledge. But you have completed both courses, so it is very beneficial for you, that we can consider that the person already completed courses. He knows the basic of the aggregate reporting. We can accommodate him. We can give a training, because each and every company gives the training, 2-3 months training to each and every candidate to understand the whatever they are doing, and you can start working on this.
Sir, thank you so much. I got
Yes,
it.
thank you. Any other have any question?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes, yes,
When you showed in the slides, with aggregate reporting, we have to work closely with all the departments, which, like you mentioned, regulatory, ICSRs, and like other RMP.
right.
So, in the course, is it like you will be going in depth with what all other department does while authoring a report?
Yes, yes. While authoring, we have such certain kind of templates. In that template, each and every section is correlated with each and every department. For example, the sales, patient exposure. Patient exposure depends upon the sales we whatever did for that marketing authorization or company. Okay, so we correlate with finance team. For the RSI and PI SPC, we correlate with the RA team. For any action taken, we correlate with reg compliance team. So any kind of benefit risk evaluation, we interact with literature team. For ICSR, for line listing and all these cases, we discuss and we take a source data from ICSR team. So each and every team is a part of the aggregate reporting team, and we have taken source data from every member of that team, and we collate the information. So for that, we are taking help from each and every department, and at that time we can explain that these data is taken from such kind of department. This data is the sales team is responsible, finance team is responsible for the sales team, RA team is responsible for such kind of activities. So we are taking, and at the time of submission of the report, we take the help of everyone, and we submit that copies to each and every department, that we mark in CC that these reports are submitted and this is the final copy for everyone. So such each and every department help is required for the aggregate reporting team, and that's why there is a 70 days and 90 days are given for that preparation of aggregate report. For that, we have to collate the data from each and every sector, and then we have to compile that report, and we prepare this final report.
Thank you.
Yes. Any other question?
Just to add on,
Yes.
you work closely with this department, is it possible if we complete this course and we can, it is easy for us to crack other interviews as well? Like suppose I want to go to RMP, so is it is it possible to get an understanding of RMP as well in this course?
Yeah, actually what happened, basically we are initially the person who are joining the aggregate report, we can he can work from on the basis of this training. He can work on DSUR, PSUR, PBRR and ADCOs. The DSUR is development safety and the PSUR is the 10 section report versus India reports. Then 20 section is the PBRR for the Europe and other countries. Okay, so the after that he comes to knowledge that how to prepare the aggregate reports. Then the next step is for the RMP, risk management plan, because the categorization of risks, how to evaluate that risk from that particular sites. So these are the these are the next step of the RMP. You depend upon this training and this experience, you can definitely go for the RMP. Doesn't
So
matter.
RMP is a very vast document,
Yes.
and it is a final steps to maintain the risk benefit balance and to minimize the risk of that product. So without gaining the knowledge on aggregate reports, you cannot go directly into the RMP. You should have a basic knowledge and you should be able to understand the various aggregate reports, because from that only we are doing a risk minimization of that products in the RMP. So if you don't have experience in the PV, ICSR in aggregate reporting, so there are very less number of companies who will give you chance in the RMP. It's
Yes.
1% companies only.
Yes, right.
Otherwise,
And yes,
huh.
the PV domain is a very vast, is not like that you can go from one field to another field at any time. If you have a certain kind of experience in aggregate report or in PSU or ICSR, you can directly accommodate with the RMP also. So your basic knowledge and everything, your hands-on experience is also important. So PV domain, you can accommodate any field. There is a safety data exchange agreement, there are the compliance, there is the PSUR, there is a ICSR, then literature deep, you can go accommodate. So basic understanding is very important. So upon your understanding, you are is not like that you are going for ICSR and you are not doing anything and you can directly go for that PSU. So you have to prove yourself. You have to give your 100%, then you can get a chance for the next one. But it is a vast, you can accommodate anything.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm asking that I completed my D pharmacy. So can I join the PB aggregate?
You have completed D pharmacy or
Yes,
B?
yes. Diploma in pharmacy.
So I think the current, as per my knowledge, I think currently we are using, we are taking the candidates with at least a graduate. Means BSc, MSc is also applicable, but the regulatory is asking, or that MH is asking for the uh, uh, graduate person. Am I right? Everyone can understand that. Pankaj and
Yes, Digvijay. Actually, it's a regulatory requirement, and various companies offer or prefer to uh, give chance to the B Farm or M Farm candidates. I think D Farm is very less chances that they will give.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
thank you.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, I am Dr. Arijit Shah. I am BJ's background. What is my starting salary in ICSR aggregate reporting?
It depends on company, doctor. Actually,
Okay.
there are different criteria for different companies, but ranging from 3 to 4, 3 to 5, we can expect in that.
Okay, sir.
Yeah,
Yes.
and if you are a dentist by profession, it's very good for aggregate reporting team, because in my
Okay.
previous organization, the dentist is the one of the means 4 or 5 dentists is working my team, and he is
Okay.
dealing with the medical review. So after
Okay.
the drafting of the aggregate reports, it goes to the quality review, and the medical reviewers are also there. So if your knowledge is for regarding the drug and everything is very important. So that's why you can might be get a 4-5 lakhs above 4-5 lakhs as a fresher. You can accommodate this course, and whenever you complete that course, you can add on that already completed the this kind of courses, and it is very useful.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Hello.
Yes.
Myself Kajal, I want to know that you mentioned in skill requirement कि literature screening is also important to
Yes.
get.
Yes.
So can you elaborate that? Uh, because I have experience in PV, ICSR in E2B cases, not in a literature. So I want to know that literature screening is.
So at the time of preparation of aggregate report, we have to extract the literature for that reporting period for that molecule, and from that you might get 100 or 200 or 500 literatures. So from that literature, by identifying that title of that literature, their abstract, we have to identify whether any specific safety issue related to that product only. If you identify that, you have to include that literature in the aggregate reporting. So in detail about this literature process, we will go in the course only. In course, means we will show you what type of literatures we are receiving and how we can identify that this literature is responsible, or this literature is related to that product. In detail we will talk in the course only.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Addition to this, yeah, in ICSR there are one kind of case type is literature cases, right? So for the aggregate reporting, there the evaluation of the literatures, whatever the data for the reporting period, cumulative period, we require a lot of literatures, and we have to review that literature. We will explain you how to review that literature, which important literature is for your aggregate report. So such kind of screening is important in the aggregate report. So basis the aggregate reports is important for one of the major parts, that is literature and ICSR. So whatever the data coming from literature is ICSR is one of the most important things. We have to present our benefits for that particular product. So literature experience is very important also, and we can explain you how to work on the screening of the literature. This is the part of our course. Okay.
Any other question?
Hello all. We will take one like a 2-minute presentation of our course information, because everyone has to know about the course and our who is able to conduct this. Okay, so for this, so I will share slides for 2 minutes. Kindly pay attention. You just watch this, and if you have any query about it, you can ask, and then after completion, we will continue with the questions. Please let me know if the screen is visible to all of you. Is the screen is visible?
Not yet. Yes, it is visible now.
Now it is
Visible? Okay, thank you. So this is today is our free webinar on the aggregate reporting. This is organized by Global Pharma Academy. Global Pharma Academy is basically ISO and MSME certified organization from the Pune itself, and we have mostly job-oriented courses like regulatory affairs, pharmacovigilance, medical coding, writing, clinical data management itself. Okay. So talking about Academy, that is we are ISO and MSME certified organization in pharmaceutical healthcare, which is established with proclaimed objective of becoming center of excellence to guide the student for build their career in pharma sector. So as I tell that we have pharmacovigilance, advanced SAS, aggregate reporting, clinical research, medical writing, pharma marketing, regulatory, CPC, medical coding, then clinical data management, and some business courses as well. Okay. Then we'll move to the next. This is me. I'm the founder of the Global Pharma Academy. My qualification is M.Pharmacy and MBA. I have 30 plus year of retail, wholesale, and international export experience. I have my own firm, Malan Medico and Distributors in Pune since 2030. And I also I belongs like I train for the like business courses here. And we have also our YouTube channel. I've named Things by Myth, having 1 plus subscriber. Then we move to our next team. She's Shubhangi. She's the HR of our organization. She take care of the scrutinize the students' resume and then share with the the institute where there is an opening, and also prepare you for the interview. So she handles the placement part. Then she's business development executive. She's a student coordinator. She will help you during the course like enrollment information and giving the course meetings links and recordings and everything, the documentation part. So she will help you for this course info that as a student coordinator she is here in the Global Pharma Academy. And then about our mission and vision in from our global pharma, with the goal of educating every aspirant who want to work in the pharmaceutical sector. We offer an education at most affordable price. And in India, our goal is to lead the pharmaceutical training market on a global scale, and India should grow into a country known for innovation and quality. We also want to become a first global platform where business executive may select top personnel in the pharmaceutical sector to satisfy the most recent industry demands. And the next is the benefits of our courses. The first benefit is our students are trained and nourished under excellent training faculty having 15 plus year of industry experience as well as academic experience. Here students are rigorously trained to meet the industry requirements. So we are like build the syllabus in such a way that that should be the most relevant as per the requirement of the industry. Okay, so according to that we prepare the syllabus and teach accordingly. Along with the domain knowledge, here the all during all the course curriculum, these all should be conducted. First is assignment and task. Resume preparation will be done. Communication skills, we have a classes on the communication skills, then presentation skills. Mini projects we will give you. Mock interviews we conduct, which help you to analyze individual preparation and also giving you the inputs according to it. Personal development should be there. Provide placement assistance we are providing here. Then we are also conducting the examinations in between the course. Then doubt clearing sessions are also there. Okay. Then about the syllabus. So here, this is the syllabus of our aggregate reporting. The course name is 3-month certification course in aggregate report. Okay. And here we will cover first pharmacovigilance and its objective, then general structure and working of at pharmacovigilance, then importance of aggregate report and risk benefit of the product, then aggregate reports and its type, then correlation between ICSR and aggregate report, then understanding of various guidelines and regulations in pharmacovigilance, then preparation and review of various aggregate reports, that is PBRER, PEBRER, you can say PSUR, PEDR, etc. Difference between PSUR and PEDR. Next, basic terminologies and submission of aggregate reports. So kindly note that this is only short information, but on in depth there are a lot of again subtypes are there. Okay, and if you wish to know that, you can ask the question to our today's trainer. They will share everything. But these are the topics we are going to cover. Okay, which will be most required at whenever you are applying for the job in the aggregate. Okay. And like how to enroll, the course fee is it is the basic fee is 9,999. Okay, and this is for 3 months. The course is for Saturday and Sunday. The 2 hours will be the session. This is the live sessions, and also you will get the recordings and PPTs as well at the end of the class each. And the fees for this course is 9,999. This is the basic fee, but we have an offer price that is 8,999. So the course will start from the March first week, and the basic fee will be you can say the offer price, which is on the like 8,999 is the fee, which is available till February end. Okay, and then after the fees will be 9,999. Okay, then about duration, 3 month online. The platform is Zoho itself, where you all right now we are conducting on the same platform. The batch will start from the 3 March 2024, and the sessions will be on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday. 2 hours will be the session. Okay, this is the kind of the certification you will get after each course. Okay, as I say that we are ISO and MSME certified organization, so this certificate will be applicable in domestic level in India, anywhere in the organization, and even international as well. Okay, and these are some of the students from pharmacovigilance batch, as this is our first aggregate reporting batch, but these are the pharmacovigilance placed student in various CROs, in healthcare ITs and sponsored organization they place. Okay, yeah. And these are our contact details. Okay, we are on like social media like Instagram, YouTube. We have our website like globalpharmaacademy.com, and these are our contact number. This is my contact number. First, CEO Amit Kumar Mani. This is my contact. You can connect with me, or even our team like student coordinator Snell is there, and placement coordinator Shubhangi is there. Okay, yeah. So thank you. That's it from our presentation side about our course information. Now we will continue with the yeah, we will continue with the questions.
Yeah, Amit sir, is it?
Yeah.
Do we have a regulatory affair course?
Yes, we have regulatory affairs course.
When is going to start this batch? Could you please let
I
us
will,
know?
yeah, I will share with the details with you. The course that is start from the 31st of March. We will start the next batch. Okay, and I will share the details with you. Okay, yeah.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Yes. We continue with the questions. Some of the questions are there in chat box. I call this question. So one student asking, I'm student of third year B Farm. Which course is best for me? Yeah. So our guest, can you answer this question? The student is from the third year B Farm. So which one is the best?
Yes, initially you are a third year. Right now you are in third year, right? So basically, for the fresher, you need to go with the ICSR and PSR both the sessions. So it will be help you to understand the upcoming challenges or whatever for the interviews. So both sessions are important in because you are in third year.
Yes, I hope you got the answer, Vijay.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. One more question. No, I'm working as a pharmacist. Can I do PV aggregate?
Yes, yes. You can.
Okay. Now, everyone, you can ask the question remaining. If you have any kind of the question in this session, you can ask, please. Any question? Anusri, Arpan, Ashutosh, Ashwin, Deepesh, Deepak, any participant who are right now present? Omkar, Prachi, Samiksha, Kajal.
Sir, actually, my sister is question is from her side actually, that she is working as in senior executive in AQA department in pharmaceuticals in Alembic company. So if she want to join like regulatory affair, so will it be work for it, or it would be good for her, or
Yes.
changing to aggregate reporting is better idea? Which one is easy?
Yeah, I think she's industry oriented work she's already doing, which is like research kind of work, right? So I think it is resemble with the regulatory more, and but yeah, our guest can explore more about it. She will be helpful. Aggregate can also be helpful for that profile. Digvijay, can you more
Yes,
elaborate
yes.
it?
Yeah. Currently she is working in which department?
Sir, she is working in QA department as
QA
a
department.
senior
Yes, yes, yes,
executive.
yes. Yeah, she can accommodate. She can get the chance to work with QA. Means there is a PVQA also. Pharmacovigilance quality assurance persons are also which are overtaken or which are taking care of the all kind of PV. Means whatever the current process is going on, audit and inspection is taken care by PVQA. So she can go, she can discuss her profile with, I already told, the internal job posting with their company, and by completing these courses as ICSR, PS or regulatory affairs team, she can directly join, because there are the person required, the quality assurance team persons are required to monitor all these things. So she can easily accommodate. Am I right, Pankaj sir?
Yes,
Aggregate reporting as well as in regulatory affair, right?
Yes, she can. Yes,
Okay.
Pankaj, because QA is a part of one major part of the PV. So she can, using her experience, her previous experience, plus this course, she can easily go with the next company that having that ICSR, PSUR or RA team.
Just in addition to that, as she is already working in quality assurance department, every pharmaceutical company has their IT department as well, which is working on computer system validation. So computer system validation is a emerging field right now. In that, quality assurance, internal quality assurance members can also be hired in that position. So if it's feasible for her, and if she knows anything about IT department, that is computer system validation, it is also a good option for her.
Yes, sir.
Another further question?
Hello.
Yes.
Actually, this question is to Amit sir. Is there means the course included placement call also?
Yeah, assistance will be there, definitely. We are going to like same. Who's this? Can I know? I mean, did you our student from Global Pharma? Okay. So yeah, I will just explain. So this course will contain three things. First is domain knowledge. You will get information about aggregate. Like it starts from the basic, like not directly move to the aggregate. We start from like pharmacovigilance basic information. Right, Digvijay sir, we are starting from the pharmacovigilance basics, right?
Yes,
Then
yes.
we'll move to the aggregate.
Yes. If the
Yes.
fresher is there, we can already need to
Yes.
explain that what is the understanding of the PV. Then stepwise we will go for the aggregate reporting, so that easily accommodate to everything.
Yeah. And apart from the domain knowledge, we provide the skill development part, like how to prepare for the resume. Resume play very important part, right? Because right now the ATS system is there in organization. No HR will go through individual resume. So the how the resume you have to prepare according to the latest requirements and the information you will need it. We are preparing accordingly your resumes. The next is like how to email, how to connect with the organization, what are the interviews rounds are there, how many organizations are there, how to communicate with them. Okay, these are the skill development parts. Like even we will do presentations as well in between the sessions to check your presentation. And there is a two mock interviews, individual, at least two mock interview we will conduct to each students during the session, so that we will actually analyze your performance. And then after we provide the certification at the end of the course, and then placement assistance, of course. So placement assistance means we are sharing with you all the opportunities of aggregate whenever there is an opportunity, and if you are eligible for this opportunity, you can directly apply. Even if any organization has a bulk hiring, then we as a part of academy can also share your resumes to that organizations. Okay, so we help you basically for the recruitment. We provide you opportunity and also like prepare you for the interview. So this is the assistance we are providing.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Yes. Any other query you can ask.
Hello, sir. Sir,
Yes.
is there work from home job or office job?
It depends on
Digvijay,
Yes, Amit sir, please go ahead.
Yes, previously there are chances for getting the work from home at the time during the COVID, but certain companies are providing there is hybrid work model is also there, means 3 days office, 2 days work from home, like that. And some companies are completely means denying for the work from home. They are doing work from office only. So depend upon the companies. For example, the Paraxel, they are giving a permanent work from home. For Fortria, there are partial work from home. Then Cipla is also giving the what is this hybrid work from home. So depend upon the company policies. But the
Okay,
CRO,
sir.
yeah, but the CROs are most probably 50-60% CROs. The Paraxel, then there is a Seniors, then Fortria. They are offering still work from home. Depends upon their requirement.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. If no further questions, shall we conclude that this webinar has been completed? If anyone have any question, just connect with our coordinator so she can reach out to us so we can explain to them.
Yes. See, you all are added in the group, right? If you are not added in the group, then you can just share your contact number here in the chat box. Okay, we will add you in the group where all the aggregate related information will be shared. Okay, and if you still have any query, you can connect with us on. Just I will share my number. If you have any issues, you can contact directly. Otherwise, you can, if you are in the group, you can ask. Okay, yeah. So first of all, I would like to thanks our guests who are like sharing the information, and this will be definitely a good experience to each and every student who wish to learn about the aggregate reporting, because it is the sector which is actually there are opportunities, but you need to know at entry level definitely there are opportunities, but in mostly students know the ICSR, but aggregate reporting is another career opportunity. I hope our today's session explore more about the career opportunities and future perspective from the aggregate itself. So thank you all of you for joining this session. Hopefully this will be better learning for you in the future as well. This will be helpful. And if you wish to learn more about it, definitely we welcome you for the 3-month certification course in aggregate reporting. Okay, yes. And thank you all of you for joining, and thank you guys for your precious time. Yes.